Hello friends, welcome to our channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today is World Autism Awareness and Acceptance Day. So I thought I would share with you all just a few things as an autism family that I'd like you to know. First thing is, I don't expect you to be an expert. I don't automatically think that everybody knows all about autism and expect you to get it. I totally don't. But I'd like you to know it's hard. Not every day is hard, not every minute is hard, but raising a child with autism spectrum disorder is hard in a lot of ways that I never would have imagined. I'd also like you to know that I'm not super mom. I really hate the cliches about special needs children only being given to extraordinary people. It's not true. I am who I am, I do what I do, and I raise my child the way I do out of necessity. I am no different than any other parent out there. My son has taught me what kind of parent he needs. I do what my kid needs, exactly like any other decent parent out there would. There's nothing special about me. I'd also like you to know that autism is a spectrum. And what that means is that there are no two kids, no two cases alike. It is so huge. It's generally seen as a type of neurological struggle, neurological dysfunction, but every kid is affected by it differently and experiences the world differently through that same autism lens. Just because my kid makes good eye contact doesn't mean he's not really struggling inside, or doesn't mean that he didn't have to go through serious therapy for years in order to be able to do what you see him doing right now. And just because I say my kid has autism doesn't mean that he's nonverbal or that he's going to be violent or that he can't be trusted. It just means his brain sees things through the lens of autism. And that's how we live our lives. I'd like you to know that my son needs friends too. He's pretty awkward. He's a little weird sometimes, but he's a really sweet kid who really needs friendships, just like every other kid, and sometimes even more, because he is aware of his struggles and his differences, and the affirmation and acceptance that friendships provide means so much more to him than most neurotypical kids, because he has to work really, really hard to get them. So he might be a little weird, but invite him to the birthday party anyway. He might be a little awkward, just smile and nod. You might be apprehensive because of what you know about kids on the spectrum. He's an individual. Give him a chance. I would like you to know that my other kids, they deal with a lot having a brother on the spectrum. There is constant interpersonal struggle because of the way he struggles to communicate and relate, and it's hard for them. They're incredible kids that are learning to be so empathetic and sympathetic and gracious and long-suffering. I'd like you to know that it's scary how uncertain our future is with our son at times. These statistics for individuals with high-functioning autism who in teen and young adult years get involved with drugs and alcohol, who struggle really profoundly with anxiety and depression because of their struggles. The rates of suicide for individuals with high-functioning autism spectrum disorder are astronomically higher than their neurotypical peers. For parents, that is really scary. Every stage of life with a kiddo with autism presents its own unique challenges, and we never know what they're going to be until we get there and start working through them. The tween years with my oldest were a challenge. The tween years beginning with my son with autism, a whole other beast I did not see coming. I would like you to know that I'm not some kind of saint for homeschooling my son. It doesn't take any kind of specialist skills or training to be able to homeschool my son. It takes a mom who listens to her son's communication on all wavelengths and responds and helps him learn through it. If I can do it, anybody else can do it. I promise you can do it if that's what's right for your child. I'd also like you to know that in a lot of ways, being on the high functioning end of the autism spectrum, in a lot of ways, is a lot harder for the individual than their peers on the lower functioning end of the spectrum. And the reason for that is, as much as it may be harder for the families of those on the lower functioning end, those individuals a lot of times are not aware of their struggles and not aware of those shortcomings. Individuals on the high functioning end of the spectrum are completely aware of their struggles and work so hard to compensate, and yet still all day, every day, are met with what to them feels like constant failure, and it can be soul crushing. I'd also like you to know that my son is amazing. He is brilliant, he is strong, he's funny, he is so sweet, he is hardworking and genuine, he is very loyal, he is amazing with babies and toddlers, and he works so hard every day just to try to be normal, like most of us take for granted every single day. If you have someone in your life who has autism spectrum disorder, I would love to hear in the comments what you would like others to know about that individual or your life experience with that individual. If you liked our video today, give us a thumbs up. As always, share it if you think anyone might find it useful, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Bye-bye, friends.